If you love fashion, you know this name, Valentino. Legend in the fashion world has died. We're just getting word fashion designer Valentino Garavani passed away today after a life of creating beauty, the age of 93. Correspondent Chanel Call has been following along with all of the updates on this story. I have a son who's going to be going to the Fashion Institute of Technology in the fall, who's very sad to hear about this, Chanel.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'll be studying about Valentino's work. We're learning today he passed away at the age of 93. Let me start with showing you the announcement and how we heard about this, Reed. This came through on social media just within the last hour or so. It says Valentino passed away today at his home in Rome, surrounded by his loved ones. It goes on to say that a funeral will take place in Rome at 11 a.m. in the coming days. Again, this is someone who, was considered to be basically the last of the great 20th century couture designers. He founded that namesake company in 1959 and really, Reed, helped to define Italian style and then just style in general for generations to follow. You might remember some of his most memorable moments, but he's dressed pretty much everybody from Jackie Kennedy to Elizabeth Taylor and Julia Roberts. When asked about his approach to fashion and style by the New York Times back in 2007, Valentino said, quote, "It's very, very simple. I try to make my girls look sensational." I just love that quote so much. As for his own personal style, you've probably seen these iconic photos and videos of him. He was known to wear this dark mahogany kind of colored suit. He'd also have this very signature haircut. He'd have his hair blow dried back. And, he wasn't just a fixture of Italian fashion, Reed. This is someone who is a fixture of Italian culture and really helped to define this around the world. In fact, in a 2005 interview, the then mayor of Rome said, quote, "In Italy, there's the Pope, and then there's Valentino." And before I leave you, I just want to show you his Twitter page, or the Twitter X account for the brand, because this is such a great way to look at some of his work most recently. I mean, you've got Amanda Seyfried there. You scroll down, so many iconic names. Coleman Domingo wearing his work there. And so you really just get this great understanding of just how impactful he was in the fashion industry and really around the world. In the last so many decades, you've seen the style evolve, but also have this very signature trait of modern grace and Italian luxury.
Well, what occurs to me, Chanel, is we have the Winter Olympics coming up in Milan very shortly. I can't wait to see if they weave some of Valentino's story into the story of Italy, right?
That would be such a lovely tribute to him, yeah.
Okay, Chanel Call bringing that very sad news, but man, what a life of creating beauty. Thank you so much.